Now, the Victorian election, of course, was a humiliation for the Liberals and a triumph for Premier Daniel Andrews. He had a massive win in the lower house. But in the upper house, the Legislative Council, Labor did go backwards, and the results there were finally confirmed yesterday, and Labor will now need the support of 6 crossbenchers to get any of its legislation through. And that's sure going to be interesting because it's probably going to drag Labor even more to the left, because there are those 4 seats are most likely to come from 6 seats from the 4 Greens MPs, plus 2 legalised cannabis members. Guess what will probably soon become legal? But there will be another problem for the Premier on that council. A man that he kicked out of his government for branch stacking, but is now back as a member of the Democratic Labor Party. Adem Somyurek, congratulations on your win. What are you now going to do that you're back in Parliament?
Thank you, Andrew. I have a 2-pronged strategy. Both those strategies I went to the election with. That involves accountability, holding the government to account in Parliament, and also making sure that for the first time in a long time, the working class, culturally diverse, safe Labor seats have proper representation in the northern suburbs. That's what I'm going to do, and I'm looking forward to it. I've got the fire back in the belly, especially with electoral politics. I'm keen to turn those seats into Western Sydney, Andrew.
Well, it was interesting that the Labor vote in the Western, the poorer suburbs did seem to go backwards in some areas by a heck of a lot. And it now doesn't have any politicians like of Middle Eastern background, for instance. Labor seems to be now the party of the middle classes, the pampered middle classes, the one that's that goes crazy on global warming, things like that.
Party of the bourgeoisie, if I can borrow the Marxian lexicon, Andrew. But no, they don't. And so I think the Labor's got a very, very soft vote in its safe Labor in its safe seats. They're looking for a place to go. What you have is the electorate actually votes against Labor, or the ALP, I should say, but then they've got nowhere to go, so they come back to the ALP in terms of 2PP. But what I saw during the election campaign, with a standing start, I got 7.5%. I had the advantage of demographics, and I do, for 3 of those 4 seats that I targeted. And I also had a powerful message, Andrew, and the message is this. The ALP is no longer a traditional working class party. It is ruled, it is governed by the inner city elites, socialist left, for the inner city elites. They see themselves as the vanguard of the Labor movement. They're not. They're a bunch of opportunists, and they actually hate the working class, who tend to be more conservative than them. They sit around all day wanting to talk about what a man is, what a woman is, what family is. But you know what the working class want? You know what the working families want in those areas? And this is what I heard loud and clear. They want the ALP to get on with taking care of the cost of living. They want the Labor Party to fix its key services. They want the hospital system to be fixed. They don't want them to sit around wasting resources, talk about what a man and what a woman is.
But as soon as you say this, I'm thinking, what is the Liberal strategy here to go even just as woke now under the new leadership, just as woke as Labor, and certainly not question the global warming thing, because that is what is really hammering the electricity prices and causing a cost of living crisis. So I don't know. Good luck to you. Congratulations. And let's see you put the stick about. I'll be interested to watch. Thank you, Adem Somyurek.